testing a new machine and get it to stop or reverse the aging process. What's gonna save the whole 3 trillionaires? Unfortunately, we neglected to test the machine on board like we usually do.
Right there. This was the first sighting.
They are definitely from hell. They must use this dark magic to cross over into our world. And they seem to be killing specifically targeted people. But why?
Buckle up, Millie. We're doing a shred.
How the fuck did you get caught by humans? Are you little creatures not being careful up here? You know, if you get in trouble, I get in trouble. We don't want that.
What if I told you there is a way to connect all of these? Hello, I am Keyflame and I wanted to be experimental with the intro there. Who knows if I'll keep intros like that for my future content, but who knows. So, what is this video about? Well, for some time I was heavily suspicious of the human world, mostly featured in Hazbin Hotel's sister series, Hell of a Boss. But what is suspicious about it? Well, let's delve into it. One of the things I've been really noticing in the Hellaverse is the human world's technology is heavily advanced. For example, in Season 1, Episode 4 of Hell of a Boss, called Cherubs, we meet Lyle Lipton and Loopty-Goopty. And in the flashback sequence to before Loopty-Goopty died, we see the two building a machine that can fast forward and reverse the aging process. And they would have sold it to all 3 trillionaires in the world. But wait, trillionaires? In our world, there aren't any trillionaires. The closest person to that is Elon Musk, and he's just a billionaire, which is still a lot of money, but you get the gist. So, this means that this world's economy is significantly better than ours. And in Season 1, Episode 1 of Hell of a Boss called Murder Family, we see Martha being given $2 million for being so brave for standing up to a crazy Their words, not mine. So, yeah, this world's economy is really better than ours. But why? Also, in Hazbin Hotel, Serpentius and Vox are more technological and inventive characters. And even if Serpentius is considered a failure as an inventor, he still created the Egg Boys, aka he created life itself. Regardless of if it comes from sinner powers or his natural abilities, outside of Alistair, we never see anyone else create life like that before in Hazbin Hotel. Also, I will make a theory on Serpentius very soon, so look out for that when it comes out. Trust me, it'll definitely be interesting. Anyways, I guess with that announcement, I should also ask you to like and subscribe, and also ring the bell, so you know when not just the Serpentius theory comes out, but other theories too. Sorry, I just felt it was natural to have that plug with me announcing the Serpentius theory. Anyways, back to the video y'all clicked on. In Season 1, Episode 6 of Hell of a Boss called Truth Seekers, we see the government division called Dorks reviewing footage of IMP they caught. And this footage is also just clips of previous episodes. Which also kinda doesn't add up because how are there cameras in these specific angles when we see there aren't any cameras in those scenes? And then in Season 2, Episode 3 of Hell of a Boss called X's and O's, they straight up stare at the camera and say, "We're doing a Shrek." For context, what they're referring to is crashing a wedding like in the original Shrek movie. Although I have no idea why you're watching this video if you haven't seen all of Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel up to this point. But yes, if you haven't seen all of Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel, do yourself a favor and do that. Those two are fantastic series in my opinion. And also, if you decide to continue watching this video without watching those two, then expect to be spoiled. Anyways, let's continue. But how is a film like Shrek available to even watch in hell? Like, It's not like they're simply transporting it to another country. It's transporting it from one plane of existence to another. So, how do they go about this? And why is the human world so goddamn sinful in Hellaverse? And why is there overpopulation in hell? Here are some examples of why the human world is so sinful. Firstly, there's the whole LA water in Season 2, Episode 2 of Hellaverse Seeing Stars that's so toxic it's basically acid. And they never thought to even fix that? And in Season 2, Episode 5 of Hellaverse Unhappy Campers, they'll say they'll continue to watch the supposed incest? What the f***? In fact, it is really just a more exaggerated version of our world. Also, are they okay with the attempted murder of Lyle Lipton in Season 1, Episode 4 of Hellaverse Cherubs? So, what the hell is going on? Oh my god. Oh my god! It finally clicked. Like a perfect puzzle piece finally being put together. VOX didn't just make a deal with heaven. He made a deal with the human world too. The reason why they're so technologically advanced is because VOX Tech is supplying the government with the right ingredients to become successful, which is also why the economy is in such a great spot right now, and gave way for inventors like Lyle Lipton and Loopty Goopty to create the machine that reverses and fast forwards the aging process. And VOX wants this because he wants power over the human world, and also is influencing the human world from afar into being sinful. We already see him hypnotize people in Hazbin Hotel, and why would he influence the population into being sinful, you may ask? It's because VOX Tech wants more direct customers. Which is why we see so much sinful behavior in Hellaverse, and why we see the overpopulation in hell. It's all VOX. And I make this claim because in Truth Seekers, we see dorks having cameras in very impossible places, much like what we see with VOX. And dorks is some sort of division of the government. But from what we see, dorks doesn't seem to know anything about the deal with VOX Tech. I think it's because only the elites know, the tops of the top. And the reason they think dorks is crazy is because they are trying to stop them from blowing their cover that they needed to make a deal with someone in hell. And wait, if the government in the human world is keeping this a secret, then is VOX Tech keeping it a secret from hell? I think only the top of hell's hierarchy and VOX Tech are in on a secret. I mean, a majority of hell is kept in the black. Is there evidence that VOX Ties has ties with hell's elites? Yes. In Radio Killed, the video star, and Masquerade, Valentino is seen with a custom Robo Fizzy. And from what we've seen, the only other person to have a custom one is Mammon, meaning Valentino is important enough to actually get his own custom Robo Fizzy. And what would be more important than literally this? But wait, how could VOX get to the human world exactly? Make deals and stuff. Or make deals and stuff. And how does a film like Shrek get from the human world get to hell? It isn't like it's different countries, it's different planes of existence still. Well, who are some of the only demons that can legally access the human world? The succubus and incubus. And we see them go to the human world specifically for deliveries. Like in Unhappy Campers, where we see Barbie Wire specifically transport drugs from the human world to hell as her job. So I think they also handle more than just that. I think they also very well get films from the human world and have them available in hell. And that's why we see Shrek in hell. And since they're succubus and incubus, they of course do the deed with humans, which is apparently a part of the job from what we hear in Spring Broken. And I think that is the case because VOX wants the human world to be more sinful so we can have more direct customers. But that brings up a question. Why are the succubus and incubus some of the only demons who can legally travel to the human world via the Osmodeus crystals? Well, before that, we need to explain something first. In Hell of a Boss, there is an upcoming episode called Ghost F***. But this brings up the question, how do ghosts exist in this world if there is a very clear afterlife? I think it's because in the past, anyone could make these jobs and deliveries for Vox Tech. And maybe while the portals were opened, the sinners made their escape from hell back into the human world. And they became ghosts. And because of this, they made it very illegal for people who don't have the Osmodeus crystals to travel to the human world. And this is why Stolas could get in trouble if they figure it out. It's because they could let out sinners. And that's what might happen in the upcoming episode. And whenever we see someone traveling to the human world, it's via these circle things. Meanwhile, when we see the Osmodeus crystals... Sorry, my sister was apparently calling me, so if you heard a little phone ringing in the background, then that's why. Anyways, I forgot where I left off, so if I repeat some lines I said before, then sorry. Anyways, meanwhile, when we see the Osmodeus crystal portal opening, it's a diamond. I think the reason why the Osmodeus crystal's portal is different is because it was specifically made to keep out sinners that attempt to leave. Meanwhile, any means of travel is unprotected and could lead to someone escaping. It's ironic that the succubus and incubus and everyone else who has an Osmodeus crystal use protection, and everyone else doesn't. And then there's a line in The Show Must Go On. The future of hell belongs to the V's. It's because it does. They have the human world, hell, and heaven all wrapped around their fingers, all dependent on their technology and Vox. But yeah, that is the Hellaverse Mortal Realm theory. Like I said, the next part in this Hellaverse dissertation we shall be delving into is Serpentius and his backstory. Also, I'll be trying out an outro with all the info from my social media so you can look me up and stuff. The reason why I'm going to be doing an outro from here on out is because last time I tried to give my Instagram to a guy in the YouTube comments, YouTube was like, nah, and just deleted the comments with the links. So instead of putting links in my bio, for now I'll just have the outro here for you guys until I figure it all out. But yeah, until next time.